Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. Guess what, guys? This is iAllegedly, and you get another bonus video this week. Wow. Okay? I got a good one for you today. But man, oh man, the cyber attacks, the ransomware attacks, everything is going full force right now. And we're going to cover that. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join the email list because you got one coming out in the next day. Now, first things first, guys. Think about this. The Toyota plant in Japan, all the Toyota plants in Japan are closed right now, and manufacturing is stopped because of a cyber attack. And they cannot get it fixed right now, and we don't have all the details yet, but this has completely destroyed the computer systems. Okay? Now, you're going to see this happen more and more and more, and you need to protect yourself more and more and more right now. Now, University of Michigan right now, they're being tight-lipped right now because they have a ransomware attack and they won't say why the internet's down. Well, it's down because someone's trying to extort them right now. And there's a great story below talking about how they cannot get online, people cannot teach classes, you cannot get access to anything, grading, syllabus, anything on there for the university. And again, another ransomware attack. And they compare this to the one at University of San Francisco. And the insanity of the University of San Francisco when that happened was there were negotiations back and forth with the cyber terrorists that did this. And they basically shared the negotiation. Here was their offer. Here was the university's response. Here was the second offer. I mean, it was insane. Here, it's a crime, and they're sharing this like it was a business transaction. Okay, this is happening more and more and more. Now, I have a friend who's a client, who's a good guy, who let his grandson use his computer. Guess what happened? Hey, I just can't get online. Something's wrong. This thing's locked up, and I don't know what to do. Well, what happened was the grandson just clicked on this, clicked on that, and got malware on the computer, and guy lost his leads. He was working on a book that he lost. Now, this story ends okay, but what is valuable to you guys? And I told him, I said, you don't have that stuff backed up? Oh, I wasn't a screenwriter like you. I didn't think about stuff like that. I don't care what you guys do with your business, your customer list, they better be backed up. Here's one thing that I learned a long time ago. I used to insure my customer list in case there was an earthquake, in case there was a fire, in case there was theft from an employee. Because think about this. If I take your leads from you and then I market them, they become less valuable. And then I do it again and I sell it to this guy and this guy and this guy. That's why, Angie's List and all those property doctors and all those people like that sell the leads to 20 different people, hey, listen, you have to pay us $45 a lead, or whatever it is. It's ridiculous because they're marketed to 20 different people, and by the time you call them, they've had 6 estimates already. Huh? So, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. So you have to protect yourself. Now, this person ended up taking the computer to an expert who took out the hard drive and saved the customer list and saved the book. Thank God, okay? But to the tune of getting a new computer for $1,200 bucks, okay? So, you guys, they're not even sponsoring this video, but the VPN company, Private Internet Access, that I've talked to you guys about till I was blue in the face. I didn't ask him, hey, did you get the VPN that I pitch? No, I didn't do that, Dan. Okay, well, you're going to spend, a lot more on this thing than you would have with the VPN company. So, needless to say, guys, a VPN, virtual private network, gives you protection against things like this, protects you against malware, protects you against the bad guys, hackers, people seeing your keystrokes, anything. And if little Johnny would have gone to the bad sites, he wouldn't have been able to access. They wouldn't have been able to get the malware in the computer if he would have had the VPN on. Now, I had a child at my house the last 2 weeks. My son, who's in his 20s, who might as well have been the same age as my friend's grandson. But the point is that my son, because God knows what he's going to do, I told him, listen, when you come in, you turn the internet on. See this little button here? This is the private internet access button. Click that whenever you use the internet. Oh, okay, that turns on the internet? Yeah, that turns on the internet, son. Okay, what that does is turns on the VPN, so that regardless of what he does, because he grabs my iPad and he grabs my computer and he grabs my laptop and he uses, even though he's got two of his own, okay, inevitably, because he'll watch two games at the same time and things like that. You have to protect yourself. Change your passcodes. Make sure that you are up to date with backing everything up in your life, in your business, your personal stuff, your pictures. Go buy a terabyte of memory at the computer store. And they just go to one of those nerds, walk in there and say, I need the cheapest terabyte of memory, and you will spend 60, 70 bucks maybe at the most on that. But they will show you how do I turn this thing on? How do I back up photos? And they'll tell you how to do it. It's that simple. Now, Apple and things like that, you can pay for extra backup and things like this, but you just want to protect yourself and you want to make sure it's good. But the VPN, my son was mystified because I'm like, oh, hey, Boston's play. He's a huge Boston Red Sox fan. He's the one. I don't know of anybody else. But I said, you watching the game? No, I can't. Okay, because they're playing the Dodgers. Well, boom, boom, boom. Click on change the VPN. Changed his location on the VPN with the click of one button. And guess what? He could watch the game. Oh my gosh, how do you do that? Look at this. So when he goes back to school now, he's like, I can watch every game. Now think about this. If you guys like the NFL, you guys like football, you're no longer locked out for your region because you can click on it and change your region instantly. Save yourself hundreds of dollars a year on the NFL package. Anyways, Rackspace is a cloud computing company that had issues with passwords and things like that. Those people just paid $8.5 million to back up and to pay for the lawsuits and everything that they've had. Isn't this kind of cool? This park has got this big thing here. And again, I literally just pulled over to make this video for you guys. Do you know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. What can you afford? Toyota's got tons of money. How ridiculous is that Toyota got shut down? Now, Connecticut hospitals, for some reason, Connecticut hospitals have been just slammed lately with cyber attacks. And guess what? The FBI finally caught this group called Quackbotch. Okay? Quackbotch. This group was doing all these different cyber attacks that the FBI knew about, which I thought, God, that's awesome. That's so great. But again, your business, your home, your family should have the VPN. And if you buy it, everybody on the VPN is covered. Everybody at the house is covered. So my son was in fantasy land. Because he's moving into a new house with the buddies for his senior year to not study, and just have a good time. Go to college. So with that, he's like, so we could have one of these accounts and everybody's protecting the house. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. You guys, what's valuable to you? Seriously. Of course, your health, friends, your family, your business, your data, guys, your pictures of your grandkids, pictures of your family, that wedding video, or maybe it's not. Anyways, guys, protect yourself. But it is amazing how this is getting escalated. As the economy is dropping, we're seeing more and more crimes like this happening all the time right now, guys. Okay? So, check it out, guys. And they're trying to step it up. Now, I myself, late October 2020, I had a business and the main website goes down. And I'm like, what the heck? What's going on with this? Get a hold of my IT guy. Yeah, you've been the victim of a ransomware attack for 200 Bitcoin. Well, aren't we protected against things like that? Clearly we weren't, okay? And it took about 8 months to get the site back up, okay? It's up now, it's working now, but you have to protect yourself, guys. You have to understand that this is happening all the time, So private internet access is the VPN I use. I'll put the link up below for you guys for that. But you guys, protect yourself. Look at all the stuff that's happening. There's too many stories each week about this. And when this hit home and a client, friend of mine sitting there telling me, now what am I going to do? And you guys are really smart, okay? Not to be stupid, but you didn't back any of this stuff up. I didn't think about it. It's my laptop. I don't have to worry about anybody being on it but me. You do. Clearly you do. Okay? So make sure you're safe. Do the right thing. But I'm telling you guys, be leery of this stuff. Back things up. Change passcode. Check your connection. You guys lock your door at night, don't you? Lock your car when you leave it during the day. You wouldn't lock up your internet and your data from getting people to steal it. Think about it. I have my son who's a boy, who's a, early 20s child in my house. And just so that I'm protecting myself and my stuff, because God knows what he's on my iPad and everything else, click a button. That's all you got to do. Okay? So you guys have seen so much of this. Have you seen anybody that's been destroyed? Have you seen data getting stolen? I have. It's just getting worse. I want to show you guys something about this park. This park, it's kind of cool. They have mini trains that are out here, and these little mini train tracks. And it's like those big trains that the engineers ride on, and the kids can ride on it. It's kind of cool. But anyways. I literally wanted to pull. I was screaming mad when I read all this stuff, and everything that's been sent to me today. You get flurries of news, and that's what this is. So protect yourself, guys. Be leery of this stuff, because they're out to rip off stuff in your car. You wouldn't leave cash on the dash of your car right now in this world because of how bad the bad guys are right now. And you shouldn't go unprotected on your internet. And these companies, they're getting sued. That's why Rackspace got their brain sued out and have cost them $8.5 million. And they're doing the woe is me. We lost $8.5 million already to defend this and to fix people's computers, because people relied on them and they didn't have the protection. Okay? So what's going to happen with Toyota? The other thing is all the online cars. I mean, this is crazy. When you think about EV cars, guys, you know how bad it is with an EV car right now, and how much data can be lost between when you go to a charging station, different charging stations, and putting people's data at risk, your credit cards, your address, everything. This is the beginning of this. Smart appliances that are online, you have to protect yourself, guys. I always tell people, you have a separate email for stuff like that. You have a separate password for stuff like that. Don't have it be the same password you have for your bank. Okay? Well, gosh, Dan, there's so much to remember. I can't remember 5 different passwords. You should have 3, at least. A, B, C. Which one's the most serious? Is it A, B, or C? Okay? I'm not a fan of the fake emails. Like, hey, get a fake email when you set it up. It'll last 10 minutes. Those are bad, because, from my directory that I have for my business, when people sign up for that, they immediately get blocked. Their ISP address gets blocked, their name gets blocked. So they can sign up, they get access to things for 10 minutes, and then I can't log back in. Can you tell me why? Yeah, because you use fake email 123 or whatever those places are. So be smart and protect yourself. Again, if you guys 83% off through the end of the month, they'll give you for that VPN. And again, if you don't have this, it's on you. Toyota doesn't have Protect. Toyota, okay? And also, when you go online, you charge a car. What kind of data? When you go to the ATM and you stick your ATM card in there, do you look at the ATM to make sure that there's no extra scanners or card readers or anything like that? You should, because they're out there and you need to protect yourself. Be leery of everything. You wouldn't leave your front door open and go to work. You wouldn't do that. Why would you do this with your own data? And just to have a friend that was this close to losing everything, that's what made me pull over and do this video for you guys today. So ask the questions, share your thoughts, like, subscribe, check out the link below because I'll throw it in there. Okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. Make good choices. Okay?